dozens of Papa's old classic books displayed on the shelves in my office. You can learn a lot about a person from what they underline in their books. And I've learned a lot about my grandparents from what they underlined in theirs, especially Grandma's underlines in the How to Woo Your Husband section of Mirabelle Morgan's The Total Woman. Some of you know what I'm talking about. My favorite book of Papa's lives on the coffee table in my office. It's D.L. Moody's Heaven: Where It Is, Its Inhabitants, and How to Get There. I am less sure of myself defining heaven than I think Moody was, but I loved reading what Papa underlined. He underlined this: the longest time we have to live has no more proportion to eternity than a drop of dew has to the ocean. Death may rob us of money. Death may rob us of position. Death may rob us of our friends. But there is one thing death can never do, and that is rob us of the work we do for God. That will live on forever. We have the privilege of setting in motion streams of eternity that will flow on when we are dead and gone. Papa lived 99 chronological years, but during those 99 years, he had the privilege, he had the privilege of setting in motion streams of eternity. Eternity, whereas my mom shared this morning, time will be no more. Papa once wrote down his own thoughts on heaven. He wrote this: the hereafter, life after death, is a much more pleasant place than where we live on earth. The scriptures teach us that we will experience heaven after we die, but trust in the Lord, and we will see there is eternity for us in this life too. Papa was always looking for eternity in the present, kairos amidst the chronos, the hereafter in the here and now. And those of us who knew him experienced that alongside him, streams of eternity set in motion. At my grandmother's funeral, a passage out of the book of Ecclesiastes came up a few times. There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. And the last bit, he has made everything beautiful in its time. That's what Grandma left me with. And then the passage that goes on to say this: he has also set eternity in the human heart. And that's what Papa left me with, time spent toward eternity. Thank you, Papa, for helping God set eternity in our hearts. There is one thing that death can never do, and that is rob us of the work you've done here and now. Thank you for setting in motion streams of eternity in us.